watched a movie last night. Lemon Tree Passage follows three American backpackers who are backpacking their way through Australia. They meet up with some locals and they're having like a campfire, ghost story situation. And the original Australians are like, "You guys think that's scary? Listen to this urban legend." And he begins to tell the story of how these teenagers were driving really fast down the Lemon Tree Passage street and they run into a motorcycle, hit him, kills him, and now that street is haunted. And so what the locals in Australia do now is they try to go as fast as they can in order to have this spirit of the motorcyclist shine their light. And that's what they do for fun in Australia. So the three American backpackers, and I say American backpackers because they're played by Australians and their accents keep going in and out. But anyway, the Australian backpackers like, "Oh my gosh, that's so fun! Can we do it? Show us how to do it." And so then they proceed to get into somebody's car and they go as fast as they can so they can see the apparition of the spirit. And everybody in the car sees it except for one American backpacker. Her name is Maya. She does not see it, and she's kind of bummed out because everybody's like, "How can you not see it? The light's so bright, like it's right there, and it stays glowing for a couple minutes." And she's like, "I just can't see it. I can't see it. I don't know what's going on." So they go back to the Australian's house and they drink and they talk about it, and they're just like, "Oh my gosh, that's so funny, more urban legend stories, etc., etc." But Maya, she's just upset that she was the only one who didn't get to see the light, and so they convince everybody like, "Let's try again." Meanwhile, there is this other roommate who is just weird vibes, total weird vibes. You see him in the cold open and he is like running from some kind of something. We don't know what it is, but he's like super distressed, and it's just like, what's going on with this guy? And so when he pops up again later, we are wondering like, what is this guy? Like, is he the bad guy? What's going on? So from then it follows them going back out onto the street, which is like in a woodsy area, to try to find this light. And that's pretty much the story. This movie came out in 2014 and it has the vibes of like I Know What You Did Last Summer. It reminded me a lot of the movie Urban Legend. So if you're a fan of those types of thriller horror movies, you might really like this one. I thought this movie did a really good job with jump scares. The way that they like built the tension and boom, I thought it was really good. It wasn't like, "Oh my gosh, my popcorn's everywhere," but it was disturbing and it was really like not articulate, but creative the way that they peppered in the jump scares. I also liked how there was two storylines that we were following. That makes for an interesting story because you have the A story, which are the American backpackers with the Australian locals who are going out to go see this spirit, this light, fulfill the urban legend. And then you have the B story, which is the weird, creepy roommate that we have no idea who he is, what's going on. He's just super distressed, super upset about something. He keeps hallucinating things and it's crazy. So you have like those stories intertwining, which I like because if we get bored with the A story, then we can just go ahead and follow the B story and vice versa. And I think it fulfills and makes your story more dimensional. For the first hour of this movie, the movie was really fun. They did a really good job again with the jump scares. They did a really good job showing each individual character because with an ensemble cast, it'd be nice to have each individual character have their own voice and have their own personalities. And I thought this movie did a really good job with that. Although the American accents kept slipping in and out, that was kind of really distracting. Other than that, the story was good. Um, Throughout this movie, they keep peppering in these flashbacks. The flashbacks, they come real quickly, real distorted, and they come to Maya, the girl who did not see the light. They come to her in dreams, which I thought was interesting because it's like, okay, keep me interested, keep me intrigued, like give me like what is this? I want to know. But then after the first hour, the third storyline where the dreams come in, it comes in and completely just like derails the story a little bit. We start concentrating on a whole nother character and it doesn't make sense because at first we were focusing on the motorcyclist urban legend and people were disappearing because of this motorcycle urban legend spirit or whatever, and then all of a sudden we just kind of jump over here to like a sexual assault victim storyline, which is just like, where did that come from? And it wasn't like it was totally bad. It's just like I wanted to know what was going to happen with the motorcycle spirit. why are we now talking about some girl that we don't know, you know? And in granted, I will say, like, they did pepper in this girl visually. Like, we find things that are just like hers, I guess. But, like, again, I don't care. I want to know what happened to this motorcyclist and I want to know why people are dying. I don't necessarily want to then start a whole new third story, 30 minutes left of the movie. But it, it like, it worked in a way to bring the A story and the B story together with the third story, but I felt like it just completely changed the whole movie. All in all, the movie wasn't bad. Again, I thought the story was really good. I liked how the A story and the B story connected together to make a C story. I just wish that C story had something to do again with the A story that we were here for, that we were promised, because that A storyline, the whole urban legend storyline, just goes away because we're focusing now on this C story. But other than that, I thought it was really entertaining. It was a dark movie. I feel like I was trying to catch to see if they did a day for night, night for day shots because everything looked a little too blue. But that's just me. I'm always trying to see if they are actually shooting in a dark night or if they're using day for night, night for day shots. But that's just me. But anyway, have you guys seen this movie? If you have, leave a comment down below. I thought it was interesting. It definitely gave me I Know What You Did Last Summer vibes, urban legend vibes. So it was definitely in that category. I can see why this movie was popular back in 2014. So let me know what you guys think. I found it entertaining, just a little like derailing, but it wasn't that hard to get like back on the tracks. All right, bye.